All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, Dave, the real music observer, observing real music, real time for real people just like you, right there, and me right here. War of words out there, try to say that a few times fast. Joe Satriani and Ritchie Blackmore. Now, there are a lot of people that already don't like Ritchie Blackmore, so it's just, wherever I go with this video, it's not going to be good for me. Maybe I'll get some views because people are going to hate it. They're just going to watch this video and go, this guy, number one, isn't a guitar player, has no idea what he's talking about, is weighing in on something he has no business talking about, and he's trying to be hip and cool, and he isn't. I mean, look at the dude, look at the background behind him. Come on. I mean, this is just not good. So, Satriani is kind of firing back at Blackmore, who at one point said, Joe's like this really fast, proficient guitar player. And, you know, he goes up and down the fretboard, never makes a mistake. And Blackmore said something like, you know, when you don't make a mistake, it's almost like there's something wrong with you. So all the guitar player aficionados out there are like, hey, what's he talking about? I mean, shouldn't I, you know, hit every note I'm supposed to hit and play every note properly? Look, I understood what Blackmore was saying. Initially, I thought it was a great quote. He basically said, you know, you kind of lack the soul and emotion. And there's a reason I don't listen to a lot of Joe Satriani. I'm not saying he's a bad guitar player, but again, look at it this way. He's in the lane. I'm in the lane, by the way. I'm kind of probably in the breakdown lane after this video. But Satch is in the lane, and Ritchie Blackmore was kind of on the highway before the entire thing was built. Before Eddie Van Halen, before a lot of these guys came along and changed the game. I think Blackmore, Tony Iommi, and to some degree Jimi Hendrix before them kind of paved the highway for guys like Satch to come along and drive, you know, Route 66 or some other road that nobody else had drove. Of course, Route 66 was pretty well traveled and was an older highway, so that doesn't work, but just go with it, okay? State Road 82, I don't know. So here's the point. The point is sometimes when we listen to music, if we can interpret that music the way Blackmore plays it, I mean, everybody can kind of glean something from Smoke on the Water, right? You hear Smoke on the Water, and over here you hear like Surfing with the Alien, okay? Two very different pieces of music, and you say to yourself, well, they're both good, but this one over here is kind of like Guitar Player on Speed, all right? This one over here is like this guy who's lyrical, who's melodic, who's thoughtful, who sat down and composed a big riff, a big hook, if you will. Hooks, why are they called hooks? Because the succession of chords or notes hooks you into the equation, and you listen because you like that note where it was, and then you heard it drop down and you liked it there, and then there was a pattern and you liked that pattern of notes. Those are hooks, and if they're good hooks, they're catchy, they might be singable even without words. Smoke on the Water was, I mean, that riff was perfect for that song. I think the story of, you know, this thing burning down and so forth, and smoke on the whole storyline with this particular riff, they were just perfect. It was a match made in rock and roll heaven. Now, am I saying Satriani is a lousy guitar player? No, I'm not. But, you know, for some guitar player to come along and just go, well, you know, he's basically saying not to play your guitar right, and I don't think that's what Blackmore was saying. By the way, I'm not defending Blackmore as a person, his behavior with band members in the past and so forth, and how he teases all of the Deep Purple fans every other day. But it's a, you know, it's a two-sided coin with Ian Gillan. So, I mean, these guys just don't like each other. They don't get along. I mean, they could put on a concert, but it appears that management is at loggerheads on that one. The bottom line of this tedious video from someone who's not a guitar player, again, and doesn't pretend. I do have air guitar skills, but I'm not going to show you here because it's just, I need to be, you know, in a state where maybe I've had a good time at a concert, or I'm in the process of having a good time. The point is, these guys, I think, are from two different planets, okay? Blackmore, Satriani, I think to kind of compare them in a way to make either one of the guys look bad. And I'm not trying to make Satch look bad. I just think style-wise, I'm kind of with Ritchie, all right? I've met Joe Satriani. He was backstage at a Chickenfoot show, and he played that music really well. And Sammy Hagar seems to want to hang around with really great guitar players, and he found one in Eddie, and of course, or they found him, whatever, and now he's got Joe. But the point is, I think this is kind of an argument that doesn't go anywhere unless you're just somebody who's trying to pick a fight. And I'm not. I just like good music. And yes, music is subjective. Even this guy agrees with me. It's subjective. So I like the Ritchie Blackmore subject of this particular sound. Okay? Done. Over. Bye. See you later. Bad video. Talk to you later.